I'm not interested in writing a novel just for entertainment. I want to write a novel that'll make people think as well as feel and make them change their lives, and I don't care if it takes me 10 years to do it. In the end, that's all that matters.
J.D. Salinger, A Life of Literary Enigma and Enduring Legacy. J.D. Salinger was an American novelist and short story writer, whose career was both prolific and tragically brief. Renowned for his iconic novel The Catcher in the Rye, Salinger remains a captivating figure in American literature, eliciting both fascination and controversy for his reclusiveness, his enigmatic persona, and his profound exploration of themes ranging from adolescence and alienation to the search for authenticity and the loss of innocence, early life and influences. Salinger was born in New York City in 1919 to a wealthy and influential family, which was a stark contrast to the bohemian and rebellious spirit that would later define his work. His youth was marked by a privileged upbringing, attending elite schools like Valley Forge Military Academy and New York Military Academy, experiences he later drew upon in his writings, often depicting strict and suffocating environments. Salinger's exposure to literature began at an early age, fueled by his father's interest in writing and his own love for reading. After graduating from Valley Forge, he enrolled at the prestigious Ursinus College, where he began writing short stories and contributing to the college literary magazine. While at Ursinus, Salinger encountered the works of F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, and William Faulkner, writers whose influence on his own style and themes is evident in his later works. Salinger's interest in literary experimentation and psychological exploration was further nurtured by his exposure to modernism and existentialism, as well as his encounters with writers like Sherwood Anderson and John Paul Sartre. The rise of a literary icon, Salinger's breakthrough came in 1941 with the publication of his first short story, The Young Folks, in Storer magazine. During World War II, he served in the European theatre, an experience that deeply impacted his life and writings. His wartime experiences, particularly the D-Day landings, instilled in him a profound sense of disillusionment with the world, a sentiment that permeates his post-war work. After the war, Salinger's literary career surged. His short story A Perfect Day for Bananafish, 1948, captured the attention of literary critics and established him as a major force in American fiction. His work was praised for its sharp characterization, its exploration of complex psychological themes, and its distinct voice, often characterized by its cynical wit and raw honesty. The publication of his celebrated short story collection 9 Stories in 1953 further cemented his literary reputation. The Catcher in the Rye, a cultural phenomenon, Salinger's masterpiece, The Catcher in the Rye, was published in 1951 and quickly became a cultural phenomenon. The novel tells the story of Holden Caulfield, a cynical and rebellious teenager expelled from a prestigious boarding school and wandering through the streets of New York City, seeking meaning and authenticity in a world he perceives as phony and hypocritical. The Catcher in the Rye resonated deeply with readers, particularly young adults, who identified with Holden's struggles with isolation, alienation, and the search for identity. The novel's unflinching portrayal of adolescent angst, its sharp prose, and its memorable characters cemented Salinger's position as a literary icon. It became a staple of high school reading lists, sparking both admiration and debate over its themes of rebellion, disillusionment, and the complexities of growing up. Reclusive years and literary silence. Despite the success of The Catcher in the Rye, Salinger gradually retreated from the public eye, increasingly disillusioned by fame and the intrusion of the media. He became a recluse, choosing to live a quiet life in the rural countryside of New Hampshire and limiting his interactions with the outside world. His reclusiveness deepened the mystique surrounding him, leading to speculation and endless attempts by journalists and fans to understand his motives. This reclusive period marked a shift in Salinger's writing as well. Although he continued to publish works, he chose to do so anonymously or under pseudonyms. His later works, including the novels Franny and Zoe, in 1961, and Raise High the Roof Beam, Carpenters, and Seymour, An Introduction, in 1963, continued to explore themes of alienation, loss of innocence, and the search for spiritual meaning. However, his output dwindled significantly and he published only a handful of works after the 1960s. Salinger's legacy, a tapestry of contradictions. Salinger's legacy is a rich and complex tapestry woven from contradictions. He is celebrated as a literary giant, credited with capturing the voice and anxieties of a generation, yet he is also criticized for his reclusiveness and his refusal to engage with the world he so vividly portrayed in his fiction. He is revered for his unflinching portrayal of adolescence and the complexities of human relationships, yet he is also condemned for the dark and often nihilistic aspects of his work. Salinger's impact on American literature is undeniable. His experimental prose, his willingness to confront taboo subjects, and his insightful observations on the human condition continue to resonate with readers today. The Catcher in the Rye, in particular, remains a timeless classic, its themes of alienation, rebellion, and the search for identity resonating with generations of readers. The enduring enigma. Despite his reclusiveness and his limited output, Salinger remains a major literary figure. His works continue to be read, analyzed, and debated, and his life and career continue to fascinate and inspire. He is a writer who challenged conventions, pushed boundaries, and explored the depths of the human psyche. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of literature to reflect the complexities of the human experience, even in the face of a world that can often seem alienating and absurd. Salinger's life and work are a reminder that the most profound experiences are often those that defy easy categorization or explanation. He was a writer who embraced the complexities of life, who refused to shy away from the darkness or the pain that accompany growth and self-discovery. His work continues to ask difficult questions, to challenge assumptions, and to inspire reflection, making him a literary enigma whose legacy will continue to intrigue and resonate for generations to come.